Hey guys, we haven't done a challenge in a while, and I think it's about time. So Boss Man is calling you today to say, let's paint some Marines. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're all gonna paint the same miniature. It's gonna be the same Space Marine captain. Whether you wanna do, your custom chapter or a chapter from the Games Workshop lore, you can use any paint you want, speed paint, fanatic, war paints, air. It's totally up to you. What I wanna see is something that's inspiring. I wanna see something that's really cool. Other than that, we're gonna let the community decide which one is the best. So put your best foot forward and let's see what you can do with the Space Marine captain.
Hi there, my name is Stefan. I'm one of the studio painters here at the Army Painter, and I am going to paint a Space Marine captain. I decided to paint a purple Space Marine because everyone was initially painting green Space Marines, which I wanted to do, and then I don't think anyone painted a green Space Marine in the end, but I settled on purple because purple is a cool color, and I wanted to do a more grimdark version of purple so it didn't look like Barney the Dinosaur.
Oh, hi there. I didn't see you. My name's Tyler. I'm the social media specialist at the Army Painter and also one of their graphic designers. I was challenged to paint a Space Marine captain as part of a group of other participants. And I was very excited to do it because it would give me an opportunity to paint this model I'd never painted before, but also in a color scheme that I wouldn't normally do since I was doing this as a one-off thing and not as part of a larger project. When deciding on the color scheme for my captain, I wanted to do something a little bit more unique and obscure. So I looked at a couple of different choices, and I ended up going with a chapter called the Stormlords that you don't see very often, but they've been around for a while. And they're half red, half white with a yellow helmet. So it gives a lot of choices of what colors to use and techniques, and creates a very unique looking model. And this is actually the first time I really airbrushed anything using our War Paints air range with the white triad to lay down the base color for everything with the plan to use speed paint on the rest of it.
So with my approach, the decision for how I was going to paint it was actually pretty easy. I have a large Space Marine army. It has a somewhat unique color scheme, aptly nicknamed the Minty Marines. Their true name is the Fists Adelphi. It's a really fun army to paint. It looks really good on the tabletop. It's bright, it's different, it's unique. But with this challenge, what I wanted to do is kind of take some of the army painting approach that I have with my current army and apply some more advanced techniques and brush skill to it. You work with Thomas every day and you work with talented painters like Sam Lenz. You get very inspired to push yourself. And this Marine is a good representation of how you can spend more time on one miniature and still have it fit within the overall theme of your army. And I think it does just that. Hey guys, we haven't done a challenge in a while, and I think it's about time, so Boss Man is calling you today.
Hello, my name is Lassa and I am a videographer here at the Army Painter. So my goal with this challenge was mainly just to make something that I could put next to a miniature like Thomas's captain, put them next to each other in this video and be like, I don't feel totally ashamed about mine. I had a lot of trouble deciding on what color scheme I wanted to do. Then I thought, he's a Marine, right? He's gotta be like sailor color. Once I got that idea, it was pretty much, smooth sailing with what colors I wanted to choose.
Hi, my name is Thomas and I'm one of the painters here at the Army Painter. I was recently challenged to paint a Space Marine captain along with some of my colleagues. Well, a challenge is a challenge, and I pretty sure I can beat these guys, so I agreed to do it. After that, I had to decide how I wanted to paint the captain, or at least what colors I wanted to use. And I'm really fond of blue, so I decided to paint an ultramarine captain.
So once I started applying the speed paint to the red and yellow area, blood red, zealot yellow, so at this point I decided that what I wanted to do is push it a little bit further to enter it into a competition and do it kind of display level quality. So I wanted to smooth out some of the speed paint areas on the flat armor panels. So for the red I did a 50-50 mix of the blood red speed paint and the Warpaint Fanatic Pure Red. So it got the coverage of the Warpaint Fanatic, but it kept the tone of the blood red speed paint, which is slightly different than the Warpaint Fanatic paint. I did the same with the yellow with demonic yellow. And then I just highlighted it up from there. And then I also had to do a freehand for the chapter symbol because there's nothing for theirs. But I'm really happy with how it came out because you don't see a lot of Stormlord Space Marines, so it was cool to do something to that level for it and use all of our products, Warpaint Fanatic Speed Paint and Warpaint's Air, to get the best results on it.
I initially went with a black base coat, as I prefer that, and then I did a white Senecal highlight with the airbrush. And then I used Witchbane Plum as the base coat through the airbrush. And I decided to do something a bit different when I shaded it and used a speed paint, Plasmatic Bold, which I painted into all the recesses, and with the airbrush I blended it into some of the shadows as well, before going the traditional route of highlighting the purple. And then I decided to go with a green gold and some green elements to counter some of the purple and to balance it out a bit so it didn't look too cartoonish.
I did do a little bit of experimenting with this miniature, and it was with the power effects and the glowing effects. I love to use our fluorescent paints, whether it's the airbrush paints or the new glow effects from the Warpaint's Fanatic Effects range. So I actually put both of them to use on the power sword to give it that kind of bright, kind of glowing effect. It wasn't ultra refined, but I was playing around and just trying new things. I really like that super bright pop of color that it gives. It helps move your eye around when you're looking at the model. And orange does really well and pairs really well against the teal armor.
So, painting this miniature in a challenge against 4 of my colleagues, I wanted to make sure that I brought my A game because I didn't want to lose. And I'm up against some of the best painters in the company. I didn't have any challenges or issues because I'm just, I'm just very good at painting. So I'm pretty pleased with the result of my paint job. I don't really think it could have been done any better. I had fun during this challenge. I don't know about the rest. I'm guessing they would struggle a bit. But yeah, I had fun. It was easy.
For the paint job, I started with black and white Senecal primed with color primers. Then I went over everything with the dark blue tone wash, and that was basically just to establish all the black lining and get some dark color into all the crevices that I might have covered up with the white Senecal. And then I went with the desaturated blue-grays triad for the majority of the armor, and I worked that all the way up to white. Tried to do that as smooth as I possibly could with just classic layering. Gave him a red arm and some other red kneecap and stuff like that. and some stripes on one of the shoulder pads, because that was, I mean, the kind of free hand that I think I could probably pull off. And then for some of the detailing, I went with gold, stealing Thomas's gold recipe from the tutorial of the lion that he did, and dark leather cloth, and a glowing green lantern or whatever it is that he's carrying between his legs.
So did I have any trouble while painting? Yes, it's kind of hard to see anything with all the smoke, but that's part of the process. I feel really good about my result. I've found a very nice balance between the purple and the green undertones, so I'm very happy about that. I don't believe it looks like Barney. Fanatic paints and the airbrush range and speed paints are fantastic paints to work with, so it was easy. You should vote for me because I painted the purple one and the purple one is pretty. Which captain other than your own is your favorite? I really like Thomas's.
So which one of my colleagues' paint job was the favorite one except for my own? I would have to say Lassa because he's the one editing the video, for sure. So yeah, Lassa's for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, so why should people vote for me? I think people should vote for me because, first of all, because I'm the best painter. Second of all, I'm a great colleague. I'm nice to work around, and just in general, a good person.
That's so stupid.
You have to say it with a straight face.
I can't.
I think you should vote for my captain, because mine doesn't have a sword. What's up with that? Why did I get the one who's just pointing? As just compensation, I think you should vote for mine. He deserves it. But if you somehow can't type my name, vote for Tyler. He is just so damn good at that classic style paint job. And I really think the Stormlord color scheme was a really cool choice. It looks really good. And Thomas is winning too much anyway, so.
Whew, just finished climbing Sentinel Dome here at Yosemite. Very rewarding. But not as rewarding as finishing my Space Marine Captain and entering into Golden Demon, where it ended up placing as a finalist. Which is exactly what I was hoping for with the amount of effort I put into it. So really happy with that result. If I had to pick another captain to vote for, it had to be Adams with this classic teal and checker color scheme. It's just cool seeing it applied on a more recent model. But I would still vote for my captain because you know, it's cool seeing, in my opinion, such a unique and obscure chapter brought to life that you don't see painted normally.
You know, I'm really happy with how this challenge worked out. My goal with this challenge was, you know, of course, to get some friendly rivalry going within the company. It's always fun. But also to showcase that just because it's the same miniature and it's an iconic miniature, there is no one way to paint it. And at the Army Painter today, we have multiple different products to suit all different types of painting styles and skill levels. And I hope that this little project, this little challenge really portrayed that. Which captain, other than my own, would be my favorite? You know, I think I have to say Thomas because he needs it. Like, I really feel like he needs this one. He needs a win right now. No, but really, they're all great. You know, Lassa's, you know, he really surprised me. He showed a lot more effort this time. So I'm going to give this one to Lassa. I think he did a great job. So who's it going to be? You, the gentle viewers at home, get to decide the winner of our 5-captain challenge. Will it be Tyler with his Golden Demon commended miniature painted in a modern heavy metal style, one that you could only find from the mind of Tyler Mengel? Or will it be the belle of the ball himself, lead studio painter Thomas and his beautifully rendered take on the iconic Ultramarines chapter. Will it be yet another addition to Adam's mainstay marine force, the Fists of Delphi, replete in their elemental bolt checkered armor? Or maybe it's the newest addition to the Army Painter Studio, Stefan and his totally not Emperor's Children, but marvelously magenta custom chapter. Finally, will it be our seafaring underdog Lassa, who comes in hot from the top ropes with his unique and asymmetrical take on the Primaris Space Marine captain? Whoever it is, if it's not me, they're definitely getting fired. I'm sorry, I can't. Be sure to leave a vote in the comments to figure out who will be the winner of our 5 Captain Challenge. If you'd like to learn more about the products used in this tutorial, click the link below or head on over to www.thearmypainter.com to learn all about our fantastic range of hobby products designed to make miniature painting fast, easy, and fun.